Help support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps you protected when shopping online. Get $5 to try it now by using promo code QZZ2J.
Hey, Peter.
Pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. Excited to talk to you. So I have a good friend. Her name is Kai. So I'll be sharing this with her. She's you may even know her, Kai Brandt. She's a very famous blues singer.
Okay.
So she's going to get a kick out of this. So tell me about MeetKai.
Well, right away I'm going to say your friend has a great name.
Oh, she does. There's no doubt about that.
So look, MeetKai is an AI software company. We started in 2018. Two unbelievable founders. One is a woman named Weili, who is quite a famous female tech entrepreneur. She co-founded Marvell with her husband. And obviously now Marvell is a $100 billion semiconductor company. And then our other founder is James Kaplan. Now James is the innovator, the genius behind all of our AI technology. And in 2018, he started the company with Weili with the belief that, conversational AI, or what everyone considers that today, is where the future's going. And, what we've done over the last, let's call it 5 to 7 years, is really focus on building platforms for the company. So right now we have 3 platforms. The newest platform we introduced here at CES is the Wearables platform. I'm actually wearing one of the devices right now. But we have an interactive platform where we use, our digital twin, our immersive technology, to solve a number of use cases, from consumer to industrial applications to entertainment to sports. And then our intelligence platform, or what we call our functionary platform, focuses on function calling. So we believe in a future where agents and orchestration and complex tasks and workloads are going to be the present. And we have one of the best function calling models in the world. And we have a really, really, really good team that's constantly delivering innovations in that space. And it all culminates with our newest platform, which is Wearables. And I'm wearing one of the devices right now. We're partnered with a company called ThinkAR, which is a SoftBank company. And, we're coming to market with really, really interesting technology. So to give you an example about some of the cool things that we're doing, if you look at these glasses right now, we have integrated displays. We have a 5-megapixel camera, all-day battery life, unbelievably priced from a cost standpoint, and AI on the device on the edge, which is really, really interesting. So put yourself in a position of security, or for police departments or Homeland Security or soldiers. Being able to have heads-up display, communications, navigations, live translations across 18 different languages, being able to kind of sense the environment, both in front of you and behind you, alerting the user of something that's happening before it actually does, being trained on all of this, information from traditional body cam footages to now have this. And, officers or security personnel can have the latest and greatest abilities in front of them when they need it, and it'll operate as just a normal pair of glasses when they don't. Other use cases for manufacturing, which I'm really, really, really excited about, of making all of your workers the best that they can. If something's happening in the factory and you want to see a heads-up display about what's going on with the battery line, or what are the updates on this specific, or even if something breaks down, are you able to kind of go through, fix it with an understanding and instruction about everything's there. You also have this kind of mesh security system where you can have facial recognition, and if someone's there they're not supposed to be there, let's ask questions, let's bring the appropriate people there and secure what's going on. There's obviously, pretty consistent consumer use cases. Charlemagne the God is an investor and strategic advisor on the consumer side, and he has some very interesting ideas about how he would like to use the glasses and get them in front of other people. But then retail, I think, is really cool, right? If you can make your newest employees feel like your veteran employees, if you can have people kind of walking around the store or give price updates, check people out, just kind of looking at someone. If you want to translate or kind of interact with customers from anywhere, whether you're in the southern part of the United States or have individuals visiting from overseas, being able to converse and let them know what's going on, what are the updates here, as well as using kind of the cameras and the sensors that are integrated into the device to give updates on, hey, we're running out of shelving product here, automatically letting know someone in the back to go restock what's going on. So if you think about how all the platforms we've created converge into this really, really unique device that you can touch and feel and solve these problems, I think it's extremely exciting.
So the glasses you're wearing right now,
yeah,
of course. So what you
want to try them on?
Sure, why not? I have a big head, you know.
So do I.
Oh, look at this. Oh.
So on your right-hand side.
Yep. So I see the time. I see space for messages.
Yep.
And no message, of course. And over here shows battery life. And so how do I activate this?
So you can swipe through on the right, and now this
So
is
right.
on your right.
So right here.
So swipe through for the list of menus. If you click on one, you'll jump into that specific icon, and then if you double tap,
Am
you'll
I
go
swiping
back.
on the?
It's right here. So give me your finger.
Okay.
And you just swipe that way. And
Oh,
it
there
should
we
be
go.
going through.
Okay,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
And
Okay.
then it takes a little to get used to because you're not used to kind of messing with this part of your head. So what you're seeing right now is just to showcase some of the different icons that we believe will be relevant. But our goal is to build software specific to the industry and specific to kind of the customer that's going to be in their hands. So if translation, if facial recognition, if heads-up displays and understanding of what's going on for your specific environment, that's what it'll be built for. Now, the display is always on right now because it's easier for demo purposes.
Yep.
But it's going to be very intuitive, where it's a natural extension of your body. So it'll kind of pop up when you need something, either voice activated or touch, and go away when you don't.
Yeah.
And if you have something that's always on, it's always kind of sensing in what's going on in your environment, now you have something that really adds that type of value. They're 36 grams, all-day battery life, and they can be kind of built in a number of form factors. We thought this one would be best for the show. They're durable and, you know, easy for people to understand.
Yeah, these are pretty cool.
I'm a big fan. I'm not biased in any way.
Well, I could see, you know, I've played with Google Glass. I've always thought that, yeah, you have to fix what I just took away from you there, didn't? But I always thought it was interesting, and I always thought that it would actually change the world because, you know, there would be nothing like if your washing machine broke down at 2 o'clock in the morning and you needed, you know, and for whatever reason you have a big meeting tomorrow and you're like getting, and I know this is, I'm just making it up on the fly, but you're trying to get these clothes washed or whatever, and you're like, well, the belt on the motor fell off or something, right? You could actually put glasses on, and Maytag, for example, could have instruction in there, and it would just take you step by step as you're looking at it through your glasses. This is where we're going with all of this, I think.
So you bring up a fantastic use case, and let's dive into that. If you think, hey, you know, how do I ensure? And this goes back to the employee example that I gave for retail. It's like anyone can be, let's call it, you know, a reasonably experienced person on anything. And I think the reason why Google Glass never took off is, one, I don't think the form factor and the ability and the wave lights to kind of project images was really there yet. But two, you know, you didn't really have AI that it is today, where you can really integrate through voice, through text, through touch, through a number of different applications.
They were a little ahead of their time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now all that's there. It's all in one place. And I remember when James was telling me about founding the company, he says, look, you know, we are going to focus on software. And one day, people are going to figure out how to make all the things that we want to do just in a pair of glasses. And we're finally there, and we're taking that big step. But that's an exact use case, right? You're at home, you know, let's say you're cooking, and you look in your fridge, you can see all the different know, items that are there.
Yeah.
Boom, what should I make? It's going to give you a list of options, and it'll step guide by guide at what you're doing.
I've truly, I haven't gone quite that far yet with it, but I mean, I've taken ChatGPT, taken a picture, said, what can I make from this? And it was like, boom, 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 make this omelet. And I'm just like, you got that out of a picture. I mean, this is where we're at right now, right?
It is.
And if you had that instruction in your glasses about how to, you know, put the 3 eggs in here and do this and blue, I mean, all of a sudden you're a master chef.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And I think what I'm excited about, and sure, there's a lot of things to be worried about, but what I'm excited about is it's going to give people such a seamless opportunity to become great at things, where you can have a super intelligent, smart tutor that has an unbelievable IQ, that never gets frustrated with you, that can, you know, follow up with as many questions as you need, and explain in pretty much every possible way that makes the most sense for you.
Yep.
That's an exciting future. And when you add, you know, functional hardware that makes your life that much better only when you need it, I believe that's also interesting as well.
And I think I've had a lot of conversation about this in the last few months about exactly where you're going with this. I think everybody is a 1%er somewhere,
sure.
Right? You're amazing at shooting free throws. You're amazing at carpentry or whatever it is, right? And then there's probably 8 or 10 things in your life that you're better than average.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you're great at landscaping, but you're not I mean, you're good at landscaping, but you're not great at it. You're okay at cooking. I can handle some things with cooking, but I'm not great at it, you know. But I'm better than average.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, AI and these and hardware now can actually take you to the point where you can be in that top 10%, because you're taking something that you know a little about and making yourself awesome. And I mean, I think about I've produced a couple songs in the last couple months.
Sure.
I mean, my family on both sides are musicians. You know, we have a long history of this. I never got into it. I mean, I play guitar, I play banjo a little bit. I do these type of things, but never really got into it. And now, because of artificial intelligence, and I have a little studio because of what I do, I had a couple cute ideas from some songs back home about cold weather and Christmas and all this other stuff. It was so much fun. I got it done in like 8 to 10 hours, and I'm like, I have a full-blown song that people love that I spent 10 hours on. Are you serious? It's incredible.
It is incredible. I think, you know, James and I talk about this a lot, but I think what's really interesting is we're soon going to be at a point where everyone says, oh, we're going to democratize the auto industry. We're going to democratize this. We're at a point now where you're going to be able to democratize life.
Yeah.
We're going to make it that easy to do anything that you've ever wanted to do. And I think it'll be affordable, and I think it'll be extremely interesting. You know, that's what's exciting, right? Like, if you look at YouTube and you look at how camera technology has gotten better, if you've looked at, you know, how you can produce unbelievable content that was only reserved for Hollywood for so long.
Right.
Now, you know, podcasts have unbelievable demand where they're getting, you know, more viewership than traditional media. If you look at, you know, what Mr. Beast has done as it relates to TV and film, that's unbelievable. And that's because, you know, you've been able to take technology, give it to everyone, and say, hey, what are your ideas of how we can do it? It's not limited to a small group of people with high walls.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
the more people that have access to not only, you know, hardware and software that enable them to kind of compete, but you'll have, you know, in a capitalist society, you know, more exciting products for, you know, traditional users to kind of see and access.
Well, I appreciate you letting me go off the rails there a little bit, but
I loved it. I'm gonna, you know, use these and come up with. I'm gonna reach out to Maytag and say, hey, we got to get this in front of people.
Yeah. I think that'd be a great thing. So anyway, how do we find out more information about MeetKai?
If you go to MeetKai.com, that's MEETKAI.com.
Okay.
You can see all of our different platforms. You'll see highlights of, you know, some of the different wearables devices that we have. But we encourage anyone to reach out to us. You know, we're actively expanding, you know, who we're working with, and we're looking for individuals that are looking to change the way things have been done, both from, you know, a software, from an interactive standpoint, from an AI standpoint. But now, as we enter into this exciting world of wearables, you know, we want to work with the best people in the world, and we're excited to bring them on.
Are your glasses available?
The glasses will be available in Q1, so very, very soon they ship. And there'll be more details on the site of when that is.
Do you have
pricing.
an approximate? Yeah. Do you have an approximate price?
So
or?
I believe pricing will start around $399, and that is
seriously.
Yeah, we want something that's affordable that people can use. And you know, we talk about, you know, the weight of these products. You know, 36 grams. You can wear these all day.
Yep.
I think they're actually lighter than my Tom Ford glasses.
Yep.
And we're really developing, you know, a lot of functionality so it fits your needs. And whether that's for your personal consumer life or a variety of different industries, from aviation, education, security, you name it. But yeah, a lot of these things are going to be going live in Q1, and you'll see constant updates on a weekly, monthly basis.
All right. Well, I have to kick you out of here now. So,
we're
Peter,
having too good of a time. Thank you so much.
I'd love to talk to you some more sometime.
Please.
Appreciate that. All right. All right, everybody.
The Tech Podcast Network CES 2025 coverage is executive produced by Adam Barker. Technical Director is Kirk Corliss. Associate Producers are Nancy Ertz, Tracy Ingram, Xerxes Goddard, Brandy Jackson, and Aviva Cram. Voiceover by Aaron Hurst. Our hosts are Marlo Anderson, Don Bain, and Scott Ertz. Studio and equipment are provided by PLUGHITZ Productions. The TPN Studio Executive is Todd Cochran. This has been a Tech Podcast Network production, copyright 2025.